We're having a great Friday afternoon. We are here at Herbal IQ on Transit Road. Slick, nowhere better to get your weekend started, especially not warm, but with the sunny weather, than Herbal IQ.
100% happy hour. The sun is out. We're starting to get that spring fever. It's in the air, and smoke is in the air here at Herbal IQ because I'm about to get lifted as soon as we step outside. And we've been getting lifted with all these dog upsets in March Madness thus far.
We've gotten some dogs. No real madness yet, though. We haven't seen a 15 beat a 2. We haven't seen a 14 beat a 3 from what I can recall. So nothing too crazy. We haven't seen any crazy scrambles and buzzer beaters at the end with teams running all over the place. But yeah, you said there have been some good games, been some good competitions. Bama gave people a scare earlier. So we'll see if we can get some madness in this day 2 of the round of 64s.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go check in. We got producer Don behind the counter on our 1s and 2s at the helm. Say hello to the people, Don.
What up, y'all? How we doing? Happy Friday. They let us get to Friday again. What a mistake.
I know. Bad day to be a beer, right?
Bad day to be a beer. Bad day to be a joint. Bad day to be whatever you're getting after this weekend, whatever your vice is, or even if you're just, a CrossFit nerd, just getting after it in the gym. Whatever you're getting after, get after it with 110%.
And we are going to get after it with 110%. We got a lot to talk about. But first, we do have to mention, if you're looking to get after it this weekend, nowhere better than Resurgence Brewing tomorrow night for our Bandits. Quest for the three-peat watch party. The Bandits will be on the road to take on their NLL championship foe from last year, Albany. So super
huge game.
Intense matchup there. Super excited to see what happens. But it's like, so we're talking the March. I don't know. I don't know if we're allowed to use the double M term legally, but we're talking about the game so far. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I had a hell of a time yesterday. A lot of games. I know I was on High Point early. I think a lot of people were.
I know High Point got me.
Couldn't get that done. St. John looked like the favorite they were for the reason. And then there was another. Who was the 12? I guess no 12-5 yesterday.
We had McNeese.
McNeese
was
that
the 12.
That was it. So I was on Clemson to go pretty far in this tournament, and I figured
you were beside yourself in that 13-point first half.
I figured Boombox guy, like the whole nation's going to be on McNeese. Like it's an easy public fade, and I guess I'm wrong. I guess I was wrong too about a 12-5 today in Colorado State. I guess I'm just missing the good opportunities with the 12-5s. It feels like the past couple years that's been the too obvious seed upset, and now it's just coming back to bite me when I don't believe in it.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like year after year I get shellacked in the beginning of day one, and it just throws me off. I get desperate. I get a little everything, and then I go to bed last night. I have my UCSD plus 2.5.
Oh no!
I fall asleep. They were down like 10. I'm not like I'm not.
Oh my God, 2.5.
But then I check the highlights, and I always just pull up the YouTube at like 3, 4, 5 a.m. whenever I wake up, and I just play it, and I'm watching the comeback in the second half. They hit the 3 to go up 1 with under 2 minutes to go. I'm like, they just have to get there. From there, Michigan only made 1 bucket and still covered the 2.5. Crazy sequence. UCSD couldn't get a bucket that last 2 minutes after the comeback.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. And not too crazy seeds also with upsets. Number 10 Arkansas with a 7-point victory over number 7 Kansas. That's probably busting a lot of that's probably busting a lot of people's brackets. And then also my Drake Bulldogs, the 11 seed, getting the big dub over Missouri. They're on a huge win streak. I knew they were going to be hot coming into this. I got them getting even to the 16, Don.
I mean, it's not a bad pick when they can shoot their lights out. And yeah, I had a great day. For me, things went about as planned. I hit every dog except for High Point. And then by that point, I was like, well, now it's favorite time. Michigan minus 2.5. Which I did watch live. That was one of those where I felt like I got paid back for some bad beats I had.
Yeah, it all balances out.
There was, like you said, I think 10 seconds left, fouled, and Michigan couldn't even make a free throw, and then like a 64% shooter nails both. That's March, baby. And then UCLA just completely blowing the doors off of who they played. They were only
Utah State.
Yeah, and I think they were only 3.5 points.
Yeah, that
favorites.
was a narrow spread.
And
it was.
And I also was on them. So yesterday was good. Built the bankroll. I think all I had action on today was Colorado State. They took us home.
Yeah.
And so next up, We're going to Grand Canyon plus 10.5. Now, here's the thing,
10.5.
That's
pretty good.
Here's the thing, though. The only bet I lost yesterday was my lunchtime lock.
Oof.
And Grand Canyon is
That's
my
all
lunchtime
that matters.
lock.
Oh, that's all that matters.
Who did you put? Who was
the
it
lock
yesterday?
Is all that matters.
Who was it yesterday?
High Point.
Oh, jeez.
That was the only one I lost. The one that all three of us were on.
Well, right now
so
you're
as long as you don't like Grand Canyon,
I hate them.
Good.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's all.
Yeah, I picked the Terrapins actually in my bracket. Right. So
that's very clutch.
We got Vanderbilt, St. Mary's tie game right now, 43 apiece. They're in the second stretch of the second half. Ole Miss up 18 on North Carolina.
Yeah, so we got to talk that before we talk something else embarrassing. We got to talk that because Don, I mean, we love Vegas for trying to fool us with the lines and everything. And after UNC kind of goes strong in that playing game, I mean, literally, like I just feel like the Sharps were on UNC in this game.
I mean, it felt that way. The line was razor sharp. I mean, you have a team that, like you said, did the play-in and is an underdog, and then somehow they're favored. It was kind of crazy. But we've seen that. Colorado State today, they were, at 11 or 12, and they were favored by a point and a half.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was odd.
But they won.
I felt like
that sharp one hit.
I felt like that was a lot of public money too, though, almost when I saw that, because it's another 12-5 and it's Colorado State.
Yeah, it's head scratching for sure. But here's the one thing is, if you watched the Michigan game last night, even the McNeese, we've seen even Baylor today. I think Baylor at half was up like 12, and it's a tie game with 3 minutes left. So, second half, first halves almost don't count unless you're betting on a half.
I hope you're right, because right now Vegas loves people like Maniac, because he thought exactly what they thought.
Oh, Vegas owned me yesterday,
and he is nibbling on the cheddar wheel as we speak.
High Point, UCSD, they were getting me from every angle, every hole they were in.
The mousetrap
on Vegas for sure. I was getting squeezed. But speaking of getting squeezed and speaking of getting embarrassed in all holes, a team with a lot of holes, the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I knew they were gonna lose, like when it was close last night, because that's just what they do. They can't find a way to win late. But to lose and score on your own net with a delayed penalty in tow, I believe. I don't think it's as bad as they make it sound, but it's just that it's the whole surrounding aura of this team is so bad that it just seems worse.
It's pretty bad. I saw AJ Cebulski on Twitter. Shout out AJ. Say, that was like 14 years summed up in one play, and it's very true. It was gut wrenching. It wasn't even like you have a point that it wasn't like too terrible.
Yeah,
maybe exasperation, but it was just like one of those things where you put your hand in your face.
And I think it's a combination of things. Like, we've seen own goals happen, but it's just like there's a minute 20 left. You're already up a man. There's plenty of time left. You got Rob Ray, like, literally crashing out on the broadcast.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Rob Ray has this is a man who got hit in the face for a living, and this is a man who has had enough with what's going on. So think about that.
Yeah. So that's a strong mess. So I think it was all of that, and And I think, Slick, you're right. It kind of sums up the last 14 years, because, like, you're both right? Like Maniac said with Tage, it was like well-intentioned. He's trying to make a good play, and it just ends up in disaster. That's kind of been like, if you look over, the good players we've had, is like, it's like, man, we, our intention and how good we should be isn't being represented properly by this play,
Now, they already had the goalie pulled like way earlier, right? Because of the situation, like at least like 20 to 30 seconds. It
was a 6-on-4.
I'm just saying, typically, well, 6-on-5 though, because I believe me, I only saw this because Mike Harrington pointed it out. He's like, there was still a fifth man on the ice. But my point being, no, it was crazy because the Sabres banners people literally made like scored on your own goal on a 6-on-4. And Mike Harrington was like very funny and very fitting. However, there was a fifth man on the ice.
Yeah, he would do something.
Of course,
like that.
I almost had to go, but I couldn't go over. But the point being that at that point, like typically when you're cycling the puck like that, you're like letting the extra player get on and you're like gaining the advantage.
Yeah.
It does make sense that if you already had 6 guys on the ice, like fire it at the net.
Yeah, he was coming
Like,
in
like,
the
like,
steam.
like, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, why? What more are you cycling for? You already have the 6th guy, and you're waiting for a penalty to get someone off the ice.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, if you have 10 minutes left in a game, the idea is keep away, because then essentially you can have a double power play.
Yes, agreed.
You can have a 6-on-5 for a minute before they touch the puck, and get another power play. Again, minute left. You know, like Rob Ray, I don't think any of us really look to him for like expertise, hockey
I mean, he's
knowledge.
polished
But
now.
even he was like, it's situational hockey, which has just been a plague in that locker room. No matter who's captain, no matter who's on the first line, no matter who's coaching behind the bench, it's just been a plague for this team.
They just find a way. It's like, you know, when they do well in the first period and score great at 5-on-5, they're still last. You know what I mean? Like, they just find a way. It's in their DNA. Jurassic Park, Ian Malcolm, the Sabres will find a way to lose.
Yep.
Losing is literally, like, without shout out to KDOT, it's in their DNA right now.
Yeah, it's got loyalty in their DNA. But this is the only team I've ever felt confident they're going to lose when they are up 2 goals. Like, I've never had that feeling with any other team ever, really. So it's embarrassing to say the least.
Yeah, were they up 2 goals last night? I didn't watch.
No, I was just saying, like, even with 3 goals, like some of us in the chat are like, oh, hammer like the other team.
3-2. I mean, you could have built a house.
Exactly.
If you faded them every time they had a 2-goal lead this season.
Not only that, we were talking. So this is funny with the profiting from Buffalo campaign. I feel like your record when they were underdogs was like 90%.
Yeah, and when they were overdog, like, terrible.
Anytime they're a favorite.
Anytime they were minus like 120, I think they even got to like minus 160.
They lost a couple minus 180s, which like, killed the
I could have been up like 7 to 10 units. I think we ended up around like 3 or 4 up over 10 games. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and I said in the group chat,
oh my God,
I need to look up this
stat.
UNC was just inbounding it under their own basket, and they threw it like to their backcourt, and nobody from UNC went to the backcourt, so an Ole Miss guy literally
just sprinted the entire court for a layup. Yeah,
sprinted the whole court
untouched.
So you were about to say they pulled the Angel Reese and hit the bottom of the backboard.
Yeah, that.
I don't know if you guys saw that.
That was.
I mean. And it wouldn't surprise me if that was her attempted stat padding, and it still didn't work out.
I think Maryland's on like a 20-1 run or something right now. I mean, it was definitely like 12-10, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 33-13.
Yeah, and now it's 33-13. That's not good.
Not great.
Grand Canyon people. By the way, I got to mention this, and this is for the boys. I'm sorry, I have to bring it up. Have you seen the Grand Canyon women's coach?
No.
She is like a doppelganger for Livy Dunn.
Oh,
yeah. Oh. Donnie, pull the meme up for Slick, and let's just watch Slick. Like you tell me if I was wrong.
By the way, Gatesy's women Horned Frogs.
Okay.
73-51 victory.
His over doesn't
not
cover.
Get the over.
So Gatesy kind of underestimated that Horned Frog defense. I mean, it's a 51 points is a great performance out of a women's team for sure.
Well, yeah, I think he just took the TCU points over, though.
Yeah, no, he lost the bet.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying he underestimated how strong the defense.
Oh, yeah.
That's all.
Agreed. Ooh, Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh.
Yeah.
All right, Slick, what do you got?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's
I mean, that like literally is Livy Dunn, which is crazy. But yeah,
like
she's up for,
especially in the purple.
I guess. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's
like
kind of like it kind of adds the effect.
It
like
looks
if you
like
put someone like, you know,
looks like her 30-year-old older sister.
Like if I put you in a Conehead, you look more like Conehead right away.
Yeah. Well, the
putting
purple,
a blonde woman in purple.
It does help.
It
The purple does help
a
for
little
sure.
bit more
I
away.
I do have to say the classic, the older women's coaches rocking like the dazzled pantsuits and heels. I mean, that is.
Who is that? LSU women's coach.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Why'd you do that?
She's a fucking trip, man, isn't she?
Yeah, she's something.
Yeah.
Wasn't she like abusing her players at some point?
Yeah, I think she's
Kim
yes,
Mulkey. I wanted to say
not to make a big callback, but she also might be racist.
Ridiculous callback, but yeah. Kim Mulkey, we need to, but I don't know. Like I think anyone would argue that she's good for women's basketball, right? Because she's putting it on the map.
Yeah. And well, she wouldn't have come out to fruition like she did without that team that she had, in my opinion.
But my point is, and even you see with the Antelopes, Grand Canyon women's coaches.
That's their
the men got to pick it up a little bit. Other than like Nate Oates, they're all in like track suits. Like bring back the suits. Like bring back.
Well, Patino, people are waiting for Patino in the white suit.
Yeah,
in the tournament. It's kind of like
he's a classic.
It's like Finn Balor.
You know when they get to the Sweet 16, he's bringing it out.
Patino in the white suit is Finn Balor coming out.
It's like Tiger
before 2020.
It's like Tiger and Sunday Red.
Yeah, but some of they're the Adidas tracksuit. They look like a Russian mobster. Like there's just sipping vodka on the side.
Yeah,
I like the classic suit look. I think the men got to pick it up. The women's coaches, I mean, they're ready to walk down a red carpet, you know.
I like how they relaxed that a bit in the NBA after the bubble and the pandemic. But like this is the biggest stage some of these schools have in like decades.
Yeah.
So you gotta go all out. You gotta dress to impress. Yes, and Nate Oates is one of them. Those red pinstripes are no joke.
Yeah, I mean Nate Oates, you know, what can you say?
What has gotten into you?
What do you mean? It's all good. We'll just see. We'll see what happens this year with the Alabama squad. They didn't cover today.
Final Four.
You think you're calling Final Four even after the struggles today?
No, they're not going Final Four. I think 16 or 8.
Okay, so they're gonna for sure make it by their next round opponent.
Yeah,
who's gonna be a 7 seed or 7 or 10?
Let's see who that is. Do we know yet? No, TBD.
Okay. TBD University. Power school.
Special.
Undefeated. But yeah, with that said, what else we got on the docket, Don? I know we talked about Resurgence tomorrow night for the Bandits for the 3-part party. We talked about the Sabres.
Well, speaking of March Madness and brackets, we got our Buffalo bracket, folks.
Yep.
And it is completely underway. We have posted our last matchup of the day. Just a quick recap for who we have going. We have Cost of Living versus Ted Hot Dogs. You can vote till 8 a.m. tomorrow for that. Consumers versus Jay's Artisan Pizza. You can vote till 9 a.m. for that. Mr. Brightside versus 11-Day Power Play. That's till 10 a.m. tomorrow. Barbell versus Adam Zeiglis Cartoons. Canal Side.
He wasn't happy about that matchup.
I mean, no one's happy going up against Barbell.
By the way, how is the 11-Day and the
11-Day was out to a strong start?
Doing? Yeah, how's that one doing right
11-Day was out to a strong start, and then Mr. Brightside kind of came back. We'll get a live update right now as we pull it up.
We have Mr. With the gnarly.
We have 11-Day Power Play up 56% to 44%.
Okay.
Yeah, which that could be our big 5-12 upset.
Yeah, maybe that'll become a yearly thing in the Buffalo bracket.
I'd say thus far, biggest upset probably is Wegmans taking down Paula's as a 12 seed. I know that doesn't sound sexy with Wegmans as an underdog, but let's be honest, they got bumped last year in the first round.
They had a very
by
poor
Cover One.
Year.
They didn't show up at all. And Paula's made a run. I think they made it to the Sweet 16 last year. So seeing them get bounced early, I mean,
everyone tried to tell me Wegman's quality dropped off, but then they pull off this upset. What's that all mean, Slick?
I don't know what it means, but I don't think Paula's quality has dropped off because those jelly-filled donuts, let me tell you, those special. I do think, there's the Wegmans haters didn't come out in full force this year, so it is weird that they got the first round exit. Sometimes you start to see more of the upsets in the Buffalo bracket when you get into the nitty gritty. A lot of interesting matchups, though, for sure.
A lot of interesting matchups. Ole Miss, UNC, not one of them. Ole Miss running away with it. What would you do if you hit an and one on a layup?
Oh, like probably that.
You gave yourself goosebumps.
Yeah, I did hit an and one layup. Like I was on a 1-on-0 breakaway in AAU.
Some guy came to get you.
And no, I hit I felt him on my back, so I did the art finger roll, like that kind of layup, and I didn't even think it was going in at all. Didn't watch it go down the bucket. I heard the whistle go for the and one, and I did kind of lose it and might have hit this, might have hit that.
Did you make the free throw?
No, bricked it.
So
I knew that free throw.
Yeah, hit the backboard. I don't know how that happens.
This brings up something that actually kept me up at night. So when we were watching some of the games yesterday, specifically High Point, we saw them making some of these running threes. Now, here's the issue I have. You get an and one or you dunk over someone, foul or something. I feel like that's when you flex, right?
Yeah.
If you like drain a three, I feel like you don't flex.
Yeah, who was
that's
that
like
guy?
the ice in your veins.
Well, he hit
like,
that too.
Or like where you
He was
do
hitting
the
them all.
steps.
Yeah,
He was hitting them
he
all.
had a whole
Like,
catalog.
I feel like if the three, it's more of a finesse celebration than the
other thing too, though, was that his threes weren't finesse. He was like running and like shooting.
They were way open, but they were deep.
Yeah.
They were deep.
So he was just like,
Well, at that point, why don't you go with like the classic, like bang?
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure we hit like a triple bang when he hit the one.
Yeah.
And then that's when the meme was made.
We were all banging.
Sports City's going nuts.
By the way, speaking of banging, we may have some people putting for prizes here soon. Let's see if we got some competitors here at Herbal IQ. You spend $50, you get 3 putts to win some prizes.
We haven't had a prize winner yet, Maniac.
We haven't had a prize winner.
We've had come close.
We're over 2. It's okay. We're gonna get one someday. I'm determined. We will give the prizes away. Sir, you want to putt for some prizes? Okay, that's okay. We have another happy customer on their way here at Herbal IQ, getting ready.
Oh,
for
look at
the
that
weekend.
sun, dude!
The sun's shining. I feel like I'm like, you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm Woody at the end of Toy Story when Sid's got the magnifying glass.
Andy's coming.
Yeah, well, Andy's coming, guys, for sure. With that said, Don, now that we've seen a couple, not a couple rounds, but a couple matchups in the Buffalo bracket, you see anyone that maybe you think could be a dark horse to go to like a Final Four or maybe like an Elite 8 run?
I think an Elite 8 run is in the cards for meat raffles.
Oh, wow.
It's a big year for me.
I mean, they took down Ride for Roswell pretty handedly. And, I
did
just
see that coming.
across my desk earlier today, across all our desks, we got an invitation to attend a meat raffle.
Yeah, that was a nice invite. Chippewa Alliance, obviously, shout out them.
They're trying to buy us, I think. I think they're trying to get in good with
they saw their results in the first one.
They call it making up for lost time, I think. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, man, and honestly, I got a shout out to consumers, too.
Big time.
They got a tough matchup with Jay's Artisan, but they seem to be taking care of business.
They're resilient.
Now, the ideal matchup I want to see Buffalo Fish Fry shock local breweries as the 16. And I want to see Fish Fry versus consumers because I feel like that would just tear the city in half.
That way you can avoid the collusion between the local breweries and consumers if that were to take place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that'd be like Pixar versus Disney. It's like one is kind of the parent of the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that happens all the time. I mean, there was all kinds of times where chicken wings would beat like a whole restaurant, or Cup and Char Pizza would go up against, like a spot. So there's all kinds of times where that's happened in the Buffalo bracket. By the way, a little run for UNC.
No, he said no, sir.
With that said, it should be interesting to see.
You guys want to talk Drewski? Could have been.
Yeah, I mean,
we can.
Well, we got it. Well, this is what we got to say first. This is what we got to say first before spoilers. So we all are on the allegation part of it.
Yeah, he was named in that affidavit.
He was named in that affidavit. And he gave out. We talked about this with Jay-Z. He went the Jay-Z route where you give a statement like right away, like this is categorically like untrue. He said he wasn't even famous, right? Like,
he said it was like 2019.
Very serious accusations. Is what's going on,
of course.
But yeah, so okay, so with that all noted, and the apparent innocence of Drewski could have been love. Ridiculous into its final episode. I didn't know it expected to end after 6 episodes after the first episode only eliminated one person.
Yeah, they've kind of had this like increasing stakes thing of getting rid of a couple people each episode. I actually kind of like it because it does, heighten the stakes each episode. But I'm
4.3 episodes in out of the 6. You are
somewhere 3
a little bit less.
Something.
I'll say
you haven't seen the mass vote off at the end of episode 4.
No.
Yeah, the country one where
I think I did see the part.
I don't know
of
if
that
you
one.
saw that whole part, but Caleb shines during that.
I can imagine.
He's very funny.
I've seen parts.
And there's a twist at the end where they have an extra surprise competitor.
Oh no,
and
Bobby Altoff's back.
And the prize is whoever can stay on the longest gets a kiss from Drewski.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Nice.
You guys haven't gotten to that point, so I won't reveal anymore.
What a prize!
But, a smoochski.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
But let's just say who wins is not who you think. It's very, very different. And our friend, the girl he picked up at the club, which is a wild wrinkle in this.
That was crazy. I was watching that with him. I was like, oh, she's staying for good. I thought she was just over for the night.
She was supposed to be on the original cast, and then she couldn't make the first day or two or something, and then they were just just show up late at the club the third day, as a wrinkle. Because he did take her.
Yeah, I mean, they got
added very casually.
They would do that.
Yeah, of course.
For that booty, they would do that.
Pulling all.
No, I'm just saying they wouldn't do that for switcheroo. You know what I mean?
Don't down talk a switcheroo.
I'm not. That's my girl.
That's what I'm saying. But they're pulling all the strings of reality TV. They're using.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree. But that was wild, Donnie. I thought when I was watching that live, I was like, oh, so she'll be out the next morning, and then she's just hanging around with the girls in the kitchen talking shit,
battling and talking
heavy shit.
And he picked her to stay at the end of that episode.
Yeah, she survived. She survived.
Put her in the master suite night one.
What was her nickname? Did he give her a nickname?
Probably BBL or something.
Yeah, I think it was BBL.
Oh, it was BBL. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Right?
I think too. It's an interesting kind of.
The young MA interviews were kind of funny. That was one of the realistic, most of my because she was actually putting them to the test.
Yeah,
and she goes to the girl well, what are you gonna do when Drewski just leaves for 2 weeks?
She was grilling him,
and then she's giving him some good girl. And the one girl was like, well, he's got to go take care of the bag, or whatever.
And then they would hand a young MA, and she'd be like, nah, she's full of shit.
Nah, Cap. No, young MA just kept going, nah, that's Cap.
Yeah. She said that to their face.
I've never seen someone so repeatedly
before they finish the sentence. Sometimes
that's Cap.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah,
stud check.
You had Umar coming through, which his shtick is pretty great because it just, besides all the racial undertones.
Racial undertones, they're racial overtones.
Yeah, him being completely against interracial dating. And then, but also,
the guy hates white people. There's just no other way to put it. He literally had a disdain for white people.
Allegedly, in his words, he's like a separate but equal guy. Which I thought we'd get rid of. But
he's just ridiculous.
But no, you're forgetting his other funny thing is even the black girls, he'll grill what are you bringing to the table? He's building an empire. What are you doing? And they're like, I can cook, I can clean. And he's like, not good enough.
Great show though. Great. We got to be honest. This show's doing numbers. What?
It's
10
awesome,
million views
dude.
An episode?
Yeah, right. 5 the same night sometimes, or in 24 hours.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's I'm really enjoying it. Really looking forward to, I believe, either the finale or the episode that aired last night. I think it was last night. Is on.
Oh,
I know his mom eventually joins. So.
Oh, that's crazy.
But it looks like
Mama
this is what happens.
People are starting to roll in. People are starting to roll in.
We need some putters. We need some people putting for some prizes.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye out. North Carolina down 13.
Yeah,
they were down 20 plus.
Yeah, they've been slowly clawing their way back. Let's check on the St. Mary's and
Sir, you want to putt for some prizes?
I think it was.
Okay.
All right, Grand Canyon down 14 at half.
You got to buy something first. Yes, but once you do, come on.
We got you.
My man, they're ready. They're ready.
St. Mary's up 12 seconds left.
So that was
18,
58, 56. I think they only made one free though. That could be a potential tying situation.
Yeah. Oh, final. Just went final.
Final. They may have missed on a scramble at the end.
Yep.
We got St. Mary's Canyon down.
I had Vandy.
14 at half.
So to put a button. So Don, you've seen Could Have Been Love finale. You've
seen
it all? Or no, but you know who it's down to with the 2.
No, because I think that episode, what aired last night, I didn't watch.
Yeah, I think that was last
you've
night.
seen the final 2?
I
got
did,
spoiled?
I did.
Okay, but you haven't
last
seen
night was the finale, you're saying?
I think so.
Yeah, it is the finale, episode 6. I didn't know until I
must be behind one because there were.
Dude, they must have done a couple more mass dump offs because They had like quite a few girls, and like
just
like one
they got rid of the
do
3 at the end of episode 3.
So then they would have to do more. I feel like
4. No, sorry, that was the end of episode 4. They got down to 10.
Oh,
so they're at 10.
Oh, so they had to fly through then.
Yeah. Well, you got to leave it. The recipe is to leave like a final 3 or 4, and then you you go from there to like make your call.
How long do you think they were staying in this house?
Like, I feel like they filmed it all in a week.
That's what I was thinking too. Week or two at most.
2 weeks, dude. It didn't seem very long.
2 weeks at most.
Yeah.
Okay, we got more happy customers filing out here at Herbal. Love it.
This Herbal IQ never stops.
Seriously. Ole Miss with a bucket though. Now they're up 16.
Yeah, it could be like
that.
Putting a button on things.
Standing on business.
Yeah. How about the SEC all of a sudden being a basketball conference
right?
now?
Yeah.
All about
no longer football. Couldn't cheat in football.
Yeah. But now that you can't cheat blatantly in football anymore, the SEC lost like all prowess.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. No, it is. And then now all of a sudden, they're basketball. So, yeah.
Yeah. Georgia took a big L last night though. Who was that? Gonzaga?
Don't remind me.
Yeah, don't tell me. You mean my Georgia lock down 27-3, 5 minutes in?
That was
like there's not many situations.
At least you slept through that.
How many times?
Yeah.
Like seriously, try to think about it. How often is like a +6 in the NCAA tournament done 5 minutes in?
Almost never.
Almost never. But I found a way, and so did my Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia.
The whole way through, just an old sweet song.
Georgia.
Anything else you got on the rundown? I know we're waiting for some putt for prizes, and we got some great action going here. Shout out everybody tuning in on the platforms.
Do you want to putt for some
prizes?
prizes?
You want to putt for some prizes?
Come on, yeah.
Come on.
Where you gotta be?
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All good.
Fair enough.
All good.
Fair enough.
Don't want to hold you up. Don, you're a guy who can
That's
respect band practice.
Yeah.
If a guy came late to band practice and he's like, "Oh, I was putting for prizes,"
Don,
pretty bad.
Oh, I say you better have a 30-pack with you, a beer and a couple rolls. So
yeah,
all is forgiven then in band
I
practice.
mean, he's coming from the right place to band practice at least.
I'm literally making everybody
uncomfortable.
Yeah, and putt when they go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw he had the creative strain.
Creative strain. Sir, would you like to putt for some prizes? It's all good.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Let's get it going.
Let's get it going. Here we go. Here you go. Righty?
Yeah, I'm black and Asian, but
hey, that's all good. You're okay. You're okay. Yep. So let's
switch
the way your lineup.
Are you a lefty?
There you go.
Turn it around. Turn it. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And
all
then
right, you're ready to go.
So either hole, and if you make 2 out of the 3 balls, you can take a prize.
You can choose a prize. We got a Bill's lunchbox. We got a vape. We got a Zuna. We got all the good stuff. What's your name, sir? Mike. Let's go, Mike.
All right, let's go, Mike.
Let's get the weekend started with Mike here. Yep. Taparoo here.
It's a fast run.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
a little less. That's why you get 2. That's why you get the
calibrate.
extra 1.
That's why you calibrate the rocket ship.
That's why you get 2 out of 3.
Okay, Mike.
Now
I
we're locked
believe
in.
in you. I think this is going in slick.
I do too.
Oh! Hold your horses. All right, let's see if we can salvage. Come on, Mike. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Wait a minute.
Mike learned. Let's send him home. Let's get him an Azuna air freshener. So here you go. When you use those Herbal IQ products at your house, you can keep your house fresh with the Azuna air conditioner freshener. Sir, you want to putt for some prizes? Okay, all good.
Tim.
All good. Well, hey, congratulations, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. I'll take the.
Dude,
what do you mean? That was
solid. That was solid.
Let's go.
Congrats. Have a good weekend.
Shout out, Mike. Shout out, Herbal IQ. You're always a winner when you come to Herbal IQ in Depew on Transit Road Slick. St. Mary's finishes off Vanderbilt. That's the final shot. Brick. Rebound. And that was it. That was probably the truest finish we've had. There have only been a couple of those that have gone down to the last bucket.
Yeah, I will say those play-in games, a couple of crazy finishes in those, but yeah, not too many down to the wire up yet. But the madness will come at some point. You know it will.
By the way, shout out, Mike. Everyone is passing by.
Yeah, Mike,
he was a good sport. Absolutely went about it, and I'm glad we could send him home.
To be fair,
odor eliminator.
He might have had a glare in his eye.
Yeah. Well, first off, that guy's a star, so he's no
stranger to sunglasses.
Some bright lights for sure. With that said, Don, what do we got else on the run here? We got great customers happy getting their products here at Herbal. Anything else to touch on?
I want to just plug again tomorrow, Resurgence Bandits Party.
Great time.
It's going to be huge. Listen, folks, if you don't know, they have their own beers.
Yeah,
they do.
Their own Bandits players beers. They're delicious. They have an IPA and a lager. You can only get them there at Resurgence. And go there. There's great food. You're surrounded by all your great Bandits fans. You got these two guys and me. We're gonna.
Do you want to pump for some prizes?
Yes, some prizes. Let's go.
Yeah,
Here we
speaking
go.
of prizes, there will be prizes tomorrow at Resurgence as well. But we might win lots more right here, right now.
Sir, what's your name? Okay, Anthony.
Okay,
you
Anthony.
Got 3 putts, all from behind the 8-foot line. If you make 2, you win a prize. We got prizes. We got Azuna odor eliminators. We got a Jaunty Green Crack vape cartridge. We have a Bills lunchbox as well as a UB flag, and then we have a 2-hour gift certificate to a golf bay at Golf Dojo just down the street. So if you want to take your friends, you can go there. Jeez, Slick.
All right, 2 out of 3, Anthony. That's all you need.
Oh,
that's why you get.
Dunks
That's
first
why
one.
you.
That's
That's why you get a spare.
That's why I get 3. All right, nice and tap-a-roo.
Oh, that looks good.
That looks good.
Bang.
I knew it right
Pressure's
away.
on
All right,
now.
pressure is truly on.
Let's go, Anthony.
Anthony here at the Herbal Open.
Oh, that looks good too.
Tap.
That looks good. We
That's it.
got a winner.
We got a winner.
Let's go, Anthony.
Way to
Let's
go.
go. Let's
Way
go.
To finish
We
strong.
got a winner.
Come over and take your pick.
So again, we have the vape cartridge from here at Herbal IQ. We have the Golf Dojo 2 hours. We got the Buffalo Bills lunch bag, refrigerated, keeps it cool, as well as a UB flag for your yard or lawn. Or we have the Azuna odor eliminator air freshener. This is, I believe, a $45 value to keep your home fresh. Okay,
Yeah,
Bills
good call.
and UB package. Congratulations, man. Thanks for coming to Herbal IQ and have a great rest of your
Let's go.
weekend.
Have a good weekend, Anthony.
Love
We got
sending
a winner.
winners home.
We got a
Shout
winner.
out Mike. Shout out Anthony.
That
shout
was
out everybody
your
at
good
the
call.
Amazing
Good call.
Steph. Great call. Great call.
Yep. She was like it.
Speaking of great calls, we got a fan. I believe.
Bandit Land is in the house.
Bandit Land is in the house. Let's go.
There he is.
We salute Bandit Land. Might be heading to the game for all we know. So, but obviously, big matchup tonight against Las Vegas.
Yeah, huge. Looking to keep the momentum rolling. These back-to-backs, away, home, tough for sure. But you can always count on the fact that we'll be at Resurgence for the second one, for at least a couple of them. And
I like being there for the back end.
Tonight, Bandit Land will be in full force. I mean, this weather's not stopping anyone from getting down to KeyBank tonight. So
it's a beautiful.
Should be a sellout.
This is you got that Bandit Land like jersey over a hoodie and then some shorts on if you really want to get crazy.
Yeah, that's like the Lackawanna starter pack. Right
Score.
there.
Let's all get a score prediction for the Bandits tonight since we're live and we'll sign off here. We'll take care of some fans. I will go with Bandits over Las Vegas Desert Dogs. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I'll go 12-10. Another good Bandits defensive effort.
Okay. I'm going to be a little more on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to say 14-9 Bandits.
I think this is going to be a high scoring one. I think Vegas has us in the first half. We storm back 15-11. Bandits.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Love it. All right. Well, we love you tuning in. Make sure you're enjoying that March craziness across all platforms. Make sure you're following Trainer Sports. If you're getting into the Bandits, get there tomorrow night to Resurgence. But with that said, it's the weekend. It's time to enjoy yourself. Have a good night now.